January 21st, 2019. My name is Eric Haluzik with All Corners Home Inspections. This is the crawl space evaluation for the single-family home here on Spruce in Yachats, Oregon. As with the other videos in this report, we request that you view this video as supplemental to the written version of the report to which this video has been attached. At the time of inspection, there were a number of significant reportable challenges in this raised foundation crawl space. We'll do our best to detail those challenges here. First challenge we'll identify is that the girder in the crawl space is sagging, overspanned, and also shows signs of wood-destroying insect activity. Here's an example of one of the insect activity locations. The sort of pinholes that you can see in the wood here are characteristic of a bug called a powder post beetle. They are slow-moving but tenacious, and over time will create significant structural challenges for a structure such as this. The overspanning is also fairly significant, and we're seeing a departure from plane. The girder at the right-hand side of the structure is sloping with the low point to the right. The girder to the left-hand side is experiencing the opposite challenge, where the girder is sloping to the left, and the left-hand girder is also overspanned. We would normally expect to see at least one, possibly two or three midline posts supporting this girder. The rim joist and sill plates at the perimeter of the foundation are elevated at a number of locations. It's most significant and most easily identified at the crawl space entrance, where there is a gap between the sill plate and the foundation of about 3/4 of an inch to an inch. That's typically characteristic of a structure which is experiencing associated soil heaving. There are a total of 3 cracks at the rear portion of the foundation, which will trigger a recommendation to have a structural engineer evaluate this space. There's one there at that location, one there at that location, and another one at the right rear portion of the structure. A scan of the concrete perimeter stem wall indicated no metal in the perimeter foundation, although it is possible that there is metal present. However, the scanner itself simply can't identify it. The gap in the sill plate at the rear portion and right portion of the structure has been temporarily managed by inserting shims between the stem wall and the sill plate, but that's again a temporary measure and should not be considered a long-term solution to address the challenges with this foundation. Turning our focus to the midline portion of the foundation, we're seeing a footer which is badly exposed. This structure, the bottom portion of the structure, is typically buried with only the uppermost portion of the footer exposed. We can see here that we're seeing the complete underside of the footer at the midline of the structure, and we're also seeing the same sort of challenge at the left-hand side of the structure as well, and to a limited extent at the rear portion. The sort of repairs that have been done to this structure to give it additional support were less than workmanlike in quality. We'd recommend any repairs done to this structure be performed by a licensed contractor with recent demonstrated experience in managing such challenges. This has been Eric Haluzik with All Corners Home Inspections.